We can ignore the crossing of 2 million migrants and just ignore it by the mainstream media, not do anything about it. The president never going to the border, the so-called border czar refusing to go to the border. But it took 50 migrants showing up on the most exclusive, woke, democratic enclave in America, Martha's Vineyard.
Strong words there from Gloria Romero, who has called out her own party's handling of the border crisis. This all comes after Ron DeSantis decided to send 2 planes full of illegal immigrants from Texas to Martha's Vineyard. This created widespread criticism from the left, with some even accusing the Florida governor of human trafficking. Mr. Romero has questioned how it can be ignored that so far in the 2022 fiscal year, there has been 2 million migrants cross the border. But somehow, when 50 undocumented migrants are taken to one of the wealthiest spots in the country, it now becomes an issue.
And that's how they talk about it. But without a leaf blower, without mops to go clean the house of the very woke elites, to basically declare it an emergency, bring out the military, and to solve this border crisis within a day and a half. It is offensive, and it just shows the complete breakdown and hypocrisy of, sadly, the talking heads in the Democratic Party in America today.
The reality is the United States is in the midst of a border crisis. In July, the southwest border saw just shy of 200,000 encounters. The month before, it was 208,000. Republican governors have been crying out for a crackdown on this from the Biden administration. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has had enough last week and paid for 50 migrants to travel by plane from San Antonio in Texas to Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. The migrants spent 2 days living in a church and were then taken to Joint Base Cape Cod. DeSantis copped serious backlash for what was called a political move ahead of the midterm elections, while supporters praised him for bringing attention to the fact the country is in a serious situation. The high-profile island the migrants were taken to is for only the wealthiest of people. And as Gloria Romero puts it, the attention on this just shows the complete breakdown and hypocrisy of, sadly, the talking heads in the Democratic Party in America today. Former President Barack Obama, singer James Taylor, director Spike Lee and comedian David Letterman are reported to all own homes there. Within the few days the migrants were staying on the island, Fox News Digital reached out to Obama's team to see if he was willing to open his doors to house the illegal immigrants. After numerous attempts for an answer, the former president did not respond.